Welcome Junior Takis, I am Mrs. Ramlal. Thank you for watching the videos on the leaf. There are 5 videos in this section. There are 3 theory videos and 2 exam videos. This video is on the internal factors that affect transpiration in a leaf. Now, internal factors have to do with the structure of the leaf and how the structure of the leaf reduces or limits water loss. Now, 1 and 2 are very, very similar. Now, 1 and 2 have to do with the cuticle. Now, firstly, the cuticle is waxy. That means it's a bit shiny. And by the cuticle being shiny, it can actually reflect heat from the sun. And by reflecting heat from the sun, it keeps the leaf cool and can reduce water loss. Then, the cuticle is also very thick. The thicker the cuticle, the longer it will take for water to be lost by transpiration. The next one is hairs on a leaf. Now, hairs on a leaf also help to reflect light. So if the hairs on the leaf reflect light, the leaf is cooler, reduces transpiration, and leaves also trap moisture. And if it traps moisture, then there's a high concentration of water in the leaf and outside the leaf, and so there's no gradient, so will reduce water loss. 4 is the sunken stomata, and I included pictures to show you where the stomata are. That means when this stomata loses water by transpiration, the water will be lost to the cells here in the outside, and this will also reduce water loss. Reduced leaf surface. Now, if you have a small leaf and a larger leaf, the larger leaf has more stomata and the smaller leaf has less stomata. Less stomata, less water loss, more stomata, more water loss. So the smaller the leaves, the less transpiration. Xerophytes usually have leaves that are reduced to thorns, meaning instead of having a leaf, the leaf will have stomata and that plant will lose too much water. So the leaves are reduced to thorns, and by having thorns, that means there'll be less transpiration and the leaf will not lose so much water. Then 7 has to do with the arrangement of plants. Now, some plants are arranged where their outer layers or leaves shade the inner leaves. And that's the best example is the aloe. And the outer leaves shade the inner leaves and form shade and keep the leaves cool so that there'll be less transpiration. As well as when this plant is losing water by transpiration, the water condenses and runs down and creates a barrier of water. So then in the leaf there's a lot of water and outside the leaf, so there is no gradient, and that will also reduce water loss. And the last one is twisted petioles. The petiole does not expose the entire leaf to the sun. It's twisted. So only parts of the leaf are exposed to the sun. And if less light falls on the leaf, less transpiration, less water loss. Thank you for watching this video on the internal factors that affect transpiration. Join me in watching all my other videos as well.